Hola clase, ¿qué tal?
Buenos días, clase, ¿qué tal?
Okay, so today, guys, we're going to continue with hobbies. So we're going to be moving on, well, looking at the same vocabulary that we looked at last week and just looking at a couple of new structures with that. And you're also going to get an opportunity to check out each other's cultural projects, which Senor Ruben and I were immensely proud and really, really excited. Just thought it was a really amazing job that all of you guys did. So really well done. And hopefully by now you've got your results back for that. So really, really great job. So before we begin today's lesson, just make sure you write down the date in your exercise books. The topic, the heading is Hobbies 2, and also copy down those learning intentions. Make sure, please, you write any of the work in your exercise book and be sure to upload a photo, just a photograph of the work you've done in OneNote. Thank you. So you might just want to pause that now while you do that. Okay, so today we're going to be learning a new structure, and that is se puede. Se puede means you can, so it's like saying one can, if you like. So it's not you as in one person, but you generally can. If I was the Queen, I would probably say one can do something. So se puede. So I'd like you to copy the title, and then you're going to copy down the following vocabulary. And we're going to ask Senor Ruben just to read out those words in Spanish for us. He's going to read them out, each one twice, and we're just going to get you to repeat them.
Okay, the first one is en, and then en, and then you have se puede, or no se puede, no se puede. Some examples: en la playa se puede pasear al perro. En la playa se puede pasear al perro. And another one: en la escuela no se puede ir de fiesta. En la escuela no se puede ir de fiesta.
And something that you may notice is that the word order is slightly different, and that's just in English we would probably not say on the beach you can walk the dog, whereas that is more natural sounding for Spanish. For us, we would put the place at the end of the sentence. So that's just how it sounds more naturally. So just make sure you copy down the vocabulary, please. Thank you.
¿Qué se puede hacer? ¿Qué se puede hacer?
Okay, so that meaning, what can you do? So look at the following slides. So you'll see some slides coming up. And for each picture, we want you to write 2 hobbies that you can do and 1 that you cannot do in each place. And I want you to write in full sentences. So, for example, if you see a picture of a school, you would say,
en la escuela se puede leer un libro. En la escuela se puede leer un libro.
And then for a negative, you might say,
en la escuela no se puede montar a caballo. En la escuela no se puede montar a caballo.
Excellent. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go through each slide, and you can pause, write down your 3 sentences. So 2 things you can do, 1 thing you can't for each place. So just make sure you've got that title, ¿Qué se puede hacer?, written in your books.
La escuela. La escuela.
So now pause, and you're going to write your 3 sentences. 2 things you can do, 1 thing you can't do there.
La playa. La playa. El parque. El parque. Casa. casa.
Okay, so now we're going to do some reading practice. Remember, this term, we're really trying to focus on your reading and your writing. So the first thing, I've copied and pasted this and the next two slides into the OneNote. So you've got the dialogue and then you've got two lots of questions. So first of all, then we'll read through the dialogue now, and I want you to follow while you listen, and then you're going to need to pause while you then do the questions. And again, write your answers in your exercise book, and then just make sure, please, that you copy them in and take a photograph of them, put them into your OneNote. So your title then is reading. Okay, let's listen up. You're going to hear the whole thing twice.
¿Qué te gusta hacer, Sara?
Me encanta tocar el piano y ver la televisión con mi familia. ¿Y a ti, Rubén?
Me gusta mucho montar a caballo y surfear en la playa. ¿Te gusta jugar al fútbol, Sara?
Odio jugar al fútbol. No me gusta nada el deporte. ¿Te gusta dormir la siesta?
Me encanta dormir la siesta. En España es una tradición muy famosa. ¿Se puede dormir la siesta en Australia, Sara?
Sí, se puede dormir la siesta en Australia. Yo odio dormir la siesta. ¿Qué te gusta hacer los fines de semana, Rubén?
Me encanta jugar al fútbol e ir de fiesta con mis amigos, aunque ahora no se puede ir de fiesta por las restricciones del coronavirus. ¿Y a ti, Sara?
Me gusta mucho pasear a mi perro Coco con mi familia y ver la televisión.
Muy interesante, Sara. Adiós.
Hasta luego, Rubén.
¿Qué te gusta hacer, Sara?
Me encanta tocar el piano y ver la televisión con mi familia. ¿Y a ti, Rubén?
Me gusta mucho montar a caballo y surfear en la playa. ¿Te gusta jugar al fútbol, Sara?
Odio jugar al fútbol. No me gusta nada el deporte. ¿Te gusta dormir la siesta?
Me encanta dormir la siesta. En España es una tradición muy famosa. ¿Se puede dormir la siesta en Australia, Sara?
Sí, se puede dormir la siesta en Australia. Yo odio dormir la siesta. ¿Qué te gusta hacer los fines de semana, Rubén?
Me encanta jugar al fútbol e ir de fiesta con mis amigos, aunque ahora no se puede ir de fiesta por las restricciones del coronavirus. ¿Y a ti, Sara?
Me gusta mucho pasear a mi perro Coco con mi familia y ver la televisión.
Muy interesante, Sara. Adiós.
Hasta luego, Rubén. Okay, so now you need to pause this, go to the OneNote and look at the questions for this reading.
¿Qué más? ¿Qué más?
What else? Okay, so now what we'd like you to do is to think about other hobbies or activities that you think would be useful for you to learn in Spanish. So maybe you have a hobby or an activity you like doing that we haven't learned yet. So I just want you to try and think of at least 3 that you haven't done. We want you to look them up in wordreference.com. Please don't Google Translate them. Look them up in wordreference.com and write them in Spanish. So in your books, you'll have them at least 3 in English, 3 in Spanish. And then we'd like you just to copy and paste those into the Padlet link, which you'll find on OneNote. Okay, so finally the peer review of your cultural projects. So if you go to OneNote under the Content Library Term 2 final cultural projects, you'll see that we have copied and pasted your projects into that page there so that you can all have access to each other's. We'd just like you to choose 2 countries that you didn't research for your own project, and choose any 2 presentations, so 1 for each country. And then what we'd like you to do is to send an email to your classmates who completed those presentations, and just CC myself and Senor Ruben. And what we'd like you to do in that email is say to each of those 2 classmates what you liked about the presentations and something maybe that you learned, maybe something you found surprising. Once you've done that, we'd like you to take a screenshot of each email and post it to OneNote. And then once you've done that, that concludes our lessons for this week. So hopefully a little bit shorter and easier for you than last week. And just to let you know, we're really looking forward to hopefully seeing you back on the 25th of May. So anyway, we'll see you. Adios.
Adiós, clase.